What's going on, everybody? We are here live here on the OT Radio Show, and we got a very good show for y'all today. Today we are bringing in my man, R&B pop sensation, my man Roger Ortega is joining your boy here on the show. And when I tell you this show is going to be blazing today, it is going to be blazing today because listen, we're going to see what he's doing. We're going to see how he's feeling. We're going to see what's been going on with him. Because let me tell you something, man. I know something. Now, I know all y'all people love cruising and stuff like that. And I know y'all seen him on a cruise line before. Yeah, the Norwegian Escape. Yes, sir. He was on there. Now, let me tell you something. He got a lot of things going on. And we're going to go ahead and bring you on right after we start this beautiful show on this beautiful Tuesday. And when I tell you how beautiful it is absolutely beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and start off, and then we're going to have my man, Mr. Roger Ortega, is going to be joining us here on the show. And we'll be back, y'all, with him live here. I'm on that radio. I speak it though, What's on your mind is deep though. We'll speak it though. We on the air, just take it there, I'ma take it there. Hold up. Yeah, I talk about it, but I'm real about it. I speak on it, but don't catch films about it. We can chop it up like it's nothing, baby. And here on the show, joining us right now. Hey, producers, let's go ahead and bring him in. Let's go ahead and bring in my man, the pop sensation, R&B and pop recording artist, Mr. Roger Ortega. What's going on with you, man? Our producer said he's coming. He's here. He's here making his grand entrance. What's going on, man? How you feeling, bro? My man. How you feeling?
I'm good, OT, man. I'm good, man. Good to be back in Kansas, bro.
Man, listen, man, I've been following you, bro. Like, yo, welcome back, man. Cause you happy? You're looking very happy being back home.
So happy, man. This is it's been 23 years since I lived here, man. So we surprised everybody. We didn't tell anybody we were coming, and we invited everyone over to our house a couple weeks ago. We told my family, we told them it was an Airbnb, and we were having a graduation party for my daughter, which we had. We had a graduation party, but we dropped the bomb on them that it wasn't an Airbnb, that we sold our home in New Jersey, and we now live in Kansas.
Wow. Well, congratulations, man, and welcome back home after 23 years of being gone, bro. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing like going back home. Like going back home, man.
It's good to be back, man. It's so good.
Yes, sir. Well, let's dive into it, man, because see, you got a lot of things going on, and I know, the pandemic and stuff, stopped a lot of things for you, but now everything is starting to open back up, and man, oh man, I know what's about to happen. So can you give our listeners and people, that's going to be watching, tell them a little bit of backstory about you, man. Tell them where you're from and actually how you got started, because I know you from Kansas, so because you just got finished saying it, right? So go ahead, everybody. How you got started in the industry, man.
So I actually grew up in the industry. My parents, my dad was in a band with my uncles, and since I can remember, before I was born, so I would go to bed at night listening to them play Tejano music, R&B, top 40, pop, rock, country. They played everything. And my dad unfortunately passed away in 2016, but my uncles are still playing today, and it's cool. But ever since then, I knew that that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be involved in music. So when I was 14, I started a boy band, started a pop group with me and my cousin and another friend. And, as time went on, I was a little more serious about it than they were. And so we changed some members, and eventually became a group called Slow Motion. That group went on to get a production deal out in New York. So we moved from Kansas in '98 out to New York to make the album. And of course, things doesn't mean anything when you sign a contract. It just you're still owned by the label. So at the time, Universal just got bought out by Universal just bought out Interscope and everything underneath it. And so there was a freeze on a lot of projects, ours being one of them. So they wouldn't do anything with us, but they wouldn't let us out of our contract either. So after some other stuff, we decided, we've been doing this for about 10 years. And I was like, at the time I was 24. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, man, I'm too old for this. This is a young man's game. This is a kid's game now. And so I stopped. I walked away from music. And it was hard because I didn't want to listen to the radio anymore. I didn't want to watch award shows anymore. I didn't want anything to do with it because it hurt so bad because I felt like we were so close and it didn't happen. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but I would still write for fun. And when
Right.
I was 36, I stumbled upon an independent record deal as a writer, and
Mm-hmm.
started writing for this label. And then they started talking to me about being an artist and putting out an album. I was like, nah. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, I'm 36. I don't want people laughing at me, being a
Right. Right.
36-year-old R&B pop singer. And they were like, nah, man, there's a market for you. There's a demographic. There's a this your generation doesn't want to turn the corner on age, and so they want music that sounds like what they used to listen to, but is obviously updated and whatnot. So I started
Right.
writing towards that market, and put the first
Mm-hmm.
album out in 2012, RnBPoPWrytr, and that album hit number 62 on iTunes, and
Mm-hmm.
then it took off from there. I went in 2016. I released my second album, The Lottery, and that hit number 8 on iTunes. And I'm
Uh-huh.
like, maybe we got something. This is cool. And things were just popping, man. We did a cruise with my fans in 2019. We had a second cruise planned in 2022. So cruise
Mm-hmm.
number 2 got canceled because of COVID, just like
Right.
everything else in the world got canceled. And that put a halt on everything. But for me, it was a positive thing because I got to be
Mm-hmm.
home, with my wife and my girls, and I got to spend time with them and really get to know the kids a little bit, differently. I know my kids, of course, but we're a very close family. But it was good to spend all that time with them. So
Right.
I also taught myself how to play the piano during the pandemic, and so I kept
Mm.
myself busy, even though I wasn't able to make a lot of money, you know. Um, and so kind of shortly before that, I decided I'm going to do one more full length album. Um, and so I'm working on that now. It's called Midwest Charm. That'll be
Uh-huh.
out sometime this fall. And man, I'm talking a lot, but you have the questions. You
Man, listen. I mean, everything that you're saying is some of the questions that I was going to ask. So it's like, you know what I
oh,
mean? Like,
I'm
hey,
like,
listen, right, right.
uh,
But it is one question that I do want to ask you that intrigues me. Like, being a writer for writing for other people, right? And then you see it blow up, and then being an artist. Can you tell our listeners, on the writing aspect? Because see, the writers don't really get a lot of props. So let me give you your flowers now of you being writers to some of these, some of
thank
these
you.
artists out here that you've written for that has blown up, right? And
Well,
you
yeah,
being that writer, like, tell the difference as far as creative wise. What's the
I would
creative wise?
say that that the difference is trying to get for me writing because we were an independent label. The artist that I wrote for, it was a very personal experience because I was trying to get into their head. Now if someone comes through and says, oh, I like that song, can I record that song? Yeah, man, take it, record it, but I
Right.
wasn't thinking about that artist when I was writing it. I was thinking about whatever I was trying to create in that moment from whatever angle or mood or whatever. But as a when I wrote for like some of these independent artists, it was personal because I got to know them a little bit. I'm like, okay, got to know some of their situations, and I kind of try to become that person when I'm writing the song,
Hmm.
and I think that helped me as an artist, a solo artist, because it allowed me to become different characters and write from so many different aspects. Whether it's we've all been through breakups. I write about that, but my relationship with my wife is a huge inspiration to a lot of the songs I write. But I had this
Hmm.
song called "Leave" on the first album, and that song was about the it was about two people that lived together, loved each other, but just couldn't make it work. And it's saying, listen, uh, if you if I care a little about you, you care a little about me. we should just pack our bags and leave. Let's just let this be, let it go, you know. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I've never lived with someone and had that experience, but I was able to become a character in that, you know. I have a song on the lottery called "The Lounge," which kind of became it's a cool song. It's like the idea is if I had, you know, if I was single and I had the guts to walk up to a girl at a bar slash lounge
Mm-hmm.
and say something, this is what I would say if I was brave enough. And so I had to become
Uh-huh.
that character and say what I think, you know, she would want to hear. And it's a cool, that's a sexy song. I love that song. I love that song.
Listen, I mean, listen. A lot of people probably gonna end up using your line. I'm going to
There
tell
you
you.
go.
You know what I mean? Because nowadays people not that creative, so they taking other people creations and using it for themselves. I'm not gonna front. Back in the day in the '80s, you know, we used to have them music and them songs, and we used to go ahead and be like, "Girl, this is how I feel about you" over the phone. You know what I mean? So you
Yeah,
know,
man.
we still use it to the day. We still use it to the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
man.
yeah, man. So I gotta ask though, are you going to be doing any cruises? Because I know it's quote got
Yeah.
but cruises are starting to open back up a little bit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
And I
We
gotta say this. I gotta say this though. I gotta say this though. Right? Because you was in Jersey, then you went to Philly, right? And I was like, yo, I'm interviewing you. I should have met up with you in Philly because I'm from Philly. I should
Oh,
have met
okay.
up with you in Philly, right? I should have met up with you in Philly because you was down there in Center City, you know, having yourself a good time. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
was like, yeah,
Yeah, man. I didn't know you was out in Philly. That's dope. I did a lot of recording for this album out in Philly too. So it's cool. This album. Let's talk about the cruise first, I guess. The cruise.
yeah.
So yeah, as you know, as I mentioned, RO Cruise 2 got canceled because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
But now that things are opening up, we announced a few short weeks
Mm-hmm.
ago that we will have RO Cruise 2 redo popping off in May of 2023. So that's going to be a 7-day cruise. Now listen to this, and anybody watching, listen to this. This is a great cruise. It's a 7-day cruise. It leaves on May 21st. It's a 7-day cruise from Sunday to Sunday. It comes back the 28th. It leaves from Miami. It's going to go to Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic. Then it's going
Mm-hmm.
to go to St. Thomas, which is in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Then it's going to
Mm-hmm.
go to one of my favorite places, Tortola, which is in the British Virgin Islands. And then it's
Mm-hmm.
going to go to Great Stirrup Cay, which is their private island. And then it'll come back again on the 28th. And the 29th, this is one of the best parts, is Memorial Day. So people will have that day off anyway. So they
Right.
won't have to, they can recoup from the cruise, because one of the perks that people get on this cruise that's included in their price, which I think is like roughly $2,500 for a balcony cabin, for that's
Okay.
price for 2 people combined.
Right.
Uh, you have the option to have 7 days of unlimited alcohol, and you can't beat that. That's in the price. I've been on a lot of cruises, man, and typically you pay $400 or $500 for that package, but we got it thrown in, and we're ready to rock, man. That's just one of the perks. You get 2 of the 4 of them, whatever it is, but most people pick that one.
Man, listen. Me and you gonna have to talk after this show right here,
Yes,
man. We're
sir.
gonna have to talk some things, man, because May 21st, 2023. I think we need to
Cool.
pump that up so
Yeah,
bad that
man.
we're having packed out.
There you
I think
go.
we need
There
to
you
do that.
go. And
I
we do a
think we
lot of
need to.
stuff, man. It's not just, I'll do some shows and whatnot. Like last time we did an 80s and 90s R&B night performance, just nothing but 80s and
Mm-hmm.
90s R&B. But
Mm-hmm.
every night we do a meet and drink. You have meet and greets. We call them meet and drinks. Everybody
Right.
meets up around 6 or 7. We all have some drinks, and then we go to whatever event I have going on, whether it be karaoke or a performance, or just like a game night. Whatever it is. Uh, and it was cool, man. 7 days is a long time for me to be on, but.
Right.
And I wasn't going to do a 7-day cruise again, but when I saw that I was going to Tortola, which again is one of my favorite places out in the British Virgin
Uh-huh.
Islands, I was like, I got to take my people out there. So
I love it. I love it. I love
yeah, it was
it.
cool.
So because you talked about you was recording a lot of your songs in Philadelphia, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about that, because your record will be coming out, your EP will be coming out,
Yep.
and what can people expect when they listen to the EP?
They can expect a love letter to New York, New Jersey, the East Coast, basically, and Kansas in the last 23 years of my life. They can expect some fun songs. They can expect some sexy songs, and they can expect uh, love songs, like heart wrenching love songs, like so painfully, sweet, it hurts. They can also expect, because I just recorded it yesterday. I was in Dominican Republic a few weeks ago, and I wrote 3 of the songs for the album
Uh-huh.
in the Dominican Republic. And one of them I just got the mix for. It's called Dirty Sheets. That's a fun one.
Oh.
But the other one I just recorded last night is called Baila Toda la Noche. And I don't speak Spanish, but I was in Dominican Republic. Like, man, I'm inspired. I'm gonna write something in Spanish. I was on
Uh,
Google Translate. I was on the Spanish rhyme zone dictionary, all that stuff, and I wrote this song. And I brought in someone to the studio with me that speaks Spanish yesterday, and she was
mhm.
like, "I'm really impressed. You wrote a really good song." So she helped me with some of my pronunciation, so I didn't sound like I was reading it. So you can even expect some danceable Spanish on this, man. It's this album has everything from pop to R&B to that like I don't want to call it bachata, but it's like a reggaeton type vibe type song.
Uh-huh.
Uh, but
Uh-huh.
it also has something, I don't know if you've heard the term, called yacht rock. Now,
No.
yacht rock is one of my favorite genres in the whole world, man. It's a collection of songs from the that are, not all of them were hits, but they're like soft rock songs from the late 70s and early 80s. You think like Christopher Cross, Sailing,
Yeah.
who's the guy? I keep forget we're not in love anymore. Michael
I
McDonald.
know who you're talking about. Uh-huh.
Yeah, man. So a lot of those songs, and a lot of songs, Hall and Oates or whatever, that whole vibe. Um, and that's I only listen to that in the summer. But my point is, I've always wanted to write a song like that. So
Hmm.
the last song on the album is actually a yacht rock song. I call it, it's not really yacht rock because it's got to be from that age, but it's in that
Hmm.
style, and it's called Jersey Goodbye, and it's my farewell to New Jersey, and it's a tearjerker, man. It's nice. So you can
Wow.
expect everything, man. You can dance, you can vibe out, you can be with your girl, whatever it is, man. It says a lot, so I'm excited about it.
So are you going to be, I mean, because I know you're going to be doing a cruise in 2023, right? But are
Yes.
you going to be doing any kind of tours or any kind of shows before then so people
Yeah.
could actually be like, yo, so
So I've got 2 shows coming up right now in the next couple of weeks. They're both here in Kansas. One is Saturday night at the Woodshed. I'm opening up for Kid
mhm,
Frost, who is a legend in Mexican hip hop. And so he
okay.
was huge in the 90s, loved it, man. Had this song called La Raza. Um, but anyway, so I'm opening up for him on Saturday night. That's going to be a late show, though. I probably won't hit the stage till like 1 a.m. And I hope I can stay up for it. But then August 13th, I'll be back in Topeka, Kansas, doing I think I want to say DJ Luke Nasty is going to be there. I'm going to be opening up for that show, doing that show, and
Hmm.
then we're planning some stuff out of New Jersey, Miami, um, possibly New York, and we're working on California,
Uh-huh.
and where else? We were talking maybe Toronto and then Kansas City as well. So we have some things lined up. I'm trying to put together an album listening party for September here in Kansas. So we got a lot
Hmm.
going on, man. We got a lot going on, and I'm shooting a video for my next single next Monday, which the single will be out on the 29th. It's called Back to Kansas, and that is my story. Uh, I'll say this about that, and here I am talking again just like crazy, but
No.
the single, man, this single that's coming up, um, my manager always gets mad when I say this, but I didn't write it to be a hit. I didn't write it to be catchy. I wrote it to
Hmm.
tell a story. And this is how we are officially announcing to everyone that we've moved back to Kansas. And it is a story of the last 23 years of my life. And
Right.
last, my entire life, and especially the last 23 of my life have been good. Um, hard, but good. hard,
Mm-hmm.
everyone has rough spots, and I don't ignore that in this song. I talk about um, the fact that when I got here, things didn't work out. I got burned out. I
Mm-hmm.
found a job,
Uh-huh.
and then nine
Mm-hmm.
eleven happened, and lost the job and had a baby with government assistance. But here
Mm-hmm.
we are now. So yeah, man. So
Wow.
yeah,
Dude, that right there speaks the last 23 years, like we said.
yeah,
That's what
man.
it is. That's what
Yeah,
it is. And now you back home. Now you happy. You celebrating. Now you having yourself a good time.
yeah,
And we already know when you go back home and you start to write and start to record and stuff like that, dude, it's a different feeling. It's a
it is.
different feeling, man.
It is.
So the family is happy. Everybody happy to see you back after 23 years, and now you're putting it all on the album. Now the EP is going to be dropping, and people can
Yeah.
expect your life story.
Yes,
And when
sir.
you say you're gonna have a whole lot of cha cha going on, a little crying, a little going on, a little bit of love going on. Hey, I can't wait to hear the album. I can't wait to hear the album.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
definitely, man. Well, listen, man, I appreciate you. Definitely giving me your time to have conversation with you, man, because you are a busy person and you just moved back. Because I was following the story, I was like, man, dude, like that's something. That's something. So
Yeah,
I
man.
appreciate you so much, man. Give your roses now. Can't wait to hear the EP. Definitely can't wait to hear it. And we need to talk about this cruise on May 21st. So
Yes, sir.
after the show right here, I'm going to hit you up. I'm going to drop my number where we can talk about that cruise and how can we promote it to get people out there
Yes.
for that cruise.
If anybody
You
wants
know?
to come on, you just go to rocruise.com for more information. And it's all the information, not even more information. All the information is
Right.
at rocruise.com.
hmm So before we go, you got to give everybody your social media. You got to give everybody your social
Yeah.
media where they can find you, man.
Yeah,
Follow
man.
it.
Go to rogerortega.com. It's got links to Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, of course, and TikTok, all that stuff. I think Snapchat's on there as well. But go to rogerortega.com. You can also pre-save my upcoming single "Back to Kansas," which is a really nice story, which comes out July 29th. You can also go to rocruise.com and check out the cruise for next year, May 21st to 23, and 228 in 23. RogerOrtega.com, got it all, man. All the everything. We'll be putting all the shows and everything up there too. So check out RogerOrtega.com, and I'll follow you back, and we'll be friends. I'm cool with that.
See, there it is. There it is, y'all. There it is. But yo, I appreciate you so much, man. Welcome to the family, and we'll be talking very soon, man. So enjoy the rest of your day. Appreciate it,
Thank
man.
you. Thank you all. Take care. God bless.
Oh man, no problem, no problem. Good show, once again, y'all. Very good show. Had my man Roger Ortega here, join your boy here on the show. I appreciate everybody for joining us, and we ain't done yet. Tomorrow, I got the boy Danny Boy jumping on here with your boy OT. We're gonna talk about what he been doing after Death Row and all the things that he is doing right now. He actually going to be touring right now. So Danny Boy will be joining your boy OT here on the show around 6:15 tomorrow. So make sure you go ahead and check me out. Make sure you go follow me on all social media platforms. OT Radio Show on all social media platforms. But I gotta say this, right? One of OT pet peeves, right? And I'm going to talk about it. People, when you stare at somebody, just say hello. That's it. Hello. How you doing today? How you feeling? Just don't stare at them. If you want to have conversation with them, just have conversation with them. All right. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna leave it like that. But one of OT always quote: when someone asks you how you doing, you tell them better than yesterday. Well, listen, y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and y'all make sure y'all join me tomorrow when I'm gonna have my man Danny Boy here on the show around 6:15, and we want to talk about all the things from Death Row. You know what I mean? And now today, and see what he's been doing. And I know he's actually going to be touring right now. I think he's on tour right now, if I'm not mistaken. So listen, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Like I said, make sure you go ahead and follow. and y'all can get all the updates. Check out all of the videos, all of everything, all on OT Radio Show. You can find everything you want to find it. Matter of fact, just Google it and you'll find everything you want to find. I love y'all. Y'all be good. And I will see y'all tomorrow at 6:15. All right? With my man Danny Boy. Peace. Thank you for watching. We out of here, y'all.